Hello, Bestie, and welcome back to the Besties on Purpose podcast. It's Cheryl here with a solo episode. I am back from spring break, and Candace has a busy week coming up. So I am here with you today to talk about belief and boldness. And I thought about this because it was something that the Beatitudes brought up to me, and I just kept remembering all these things. I was flooded with all these emotions and all the things. And on one of the days with our journey with Jesus, we had to write down the Beatitude that was the most difficult for us. And it was, Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And for me, I just wanted to talk about this on this episode because I don't you don't know me that well, but I don't know you that well sometimes too. But I had some conversations this week with like people that I grew up with, and I wanted to talk about like belief. And I grew up in the Catholic Church. That's where my religious journey started, and it just shaped a lot of the beliefs that I had about God and um, just the higher power in heaven. And like, if I think about it, I wasn't really into it. And if you asked me a year ago, so a year ago, it was, this is a time where I celebrate my husband and my youngest one's birthday. And so we didn't do a party. It was just one of those weird years where I didn't feel like throwing a party. And it's just tax season's really tough for my husband. So I didn't want to throw a party this time. And it wasn't like one of those milestone birthdays or anything. So we went to Big Bear and we celebrated on our own, and we brought our new puppy, and it was really cold, but it snowed and it was really fun. And so last year, if you asked me if I would be where I am today and talking to you about the things that I talk about now, I couldn't tell you that this would happen. It was not part of my dreams, not part of my hopes. Um, it's just been that journey. And I want you to know that. Like, I want you to know that I am new to all of this, getting to know, and I just want you to be in that energy too. To know that because I don't want to think, I think a lot of the things that I feel are that I feel like I might be getting judged, or I might be, and this could all be in my head, but I just wanted to put it out there that when you are in on your journey and you come in places where you thought you would never be, and people are like, you've changed, you're talking about different things, and what are you like, some people will love it, and I have received those texts of some people loving it. And then the other side of it is like, so you're doing this new religious thing, was a comment that I received, and I was like, it's not really a religion, but it's just like what I'm believing right now. Not even like believing, it's like what I believe. And I think, I guess it is believing, not believe, to say that like this is what I'm learning, and this is what I'm curious about, and this is what's helping me feel peace in my life. And I want to share that with others, and I want people to be part of this journey. Even if you ask Candace or myself if we were going to do a journey with Jesus during the Lent season, that was not part of our plan. And Candace is, I would call her the planner, but I also like to forecast things, but I'm more go with the flow, and I will just do what feels good. And I think that's what we're going with. We're going with our intuition, with our gut, with what God's telling us to do. And I probably wouldn't have said that last year. I think I remember I was thinking about it before I was going to record this podcast. I was like, I remember doing a DEI training at my work. And I know a lot of people have issues with DEI and all that stuff. But it was part of my job, and we they were asking us, what part do you want to feel comfortable in? And the part that I stood up in was like, I don't feel comfortable in my faith journey. And it's because that I feel that people are persecuted, or like I have a different point of view, and I just don't want to be that, but I am curious about my faith journey. And luckily, like as an adult, I learned that I can make my own choices and bring my family to that. And also, my family has the free will to make their choices too, except for when I say we're going to church and we all go to church. And I just think that in that, it's probably a year ago now, I said that I feel that people are judging you because they believe in Jesus and not like I was not this person that I am today, which is to me mind blowing because I said one of my things to Candace too was like, I'm going to be unrecognizable. I thought that was, it could be in all different ways, but it was like, okay, I'm this is unrecognizable Cheryl. Like if you met me last year and now know me now, this is unrecognizable Cheryl. You wouldn't know that Cheryl would be all into this. And I'm talking about myself in the third person. But like when your belief is like it doesn't have to be super strong. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it doesn't have to be super strong. It doesn't have to be super bold. It doesn't have to feel like everyone else's belief. Like, it doesn't have to look the same. And I think I need that reminder. So that's why I wanted to talk to you today about that. And um, I know Candace has a different, like, I would love to hear Candace's thoughts on this too. But like, if we stop ourselves from even like checking it out, or just like trying something new, like not even if it's like believing in I don't even know what in this piece of paper. Like if it's not believing in this piece of paper, it's then we stop ourselves from growing and we stop ourselves from discovering more. And I think that's where I wanted to end this podcast is like, don't stop that belief. Keep believing in yourself. And maybe some things, like I just said, like I had these past judgments on people that believed in Jesus and people that were like really strong in their faith. And it was probably because I was like, I don't know how to do that. And I don't know how to um, like be bold in that. But I'm learning and you can learn too. And so this is an invitation to be part of our Besties on Purpose community, binge all the things that we have put out there, or I know that we're going to be creating more. So subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube. It's just going to be a journey. And as we're doing this journey with Jesus, it's amazing. And if you want to still be part of it, it's anything time before Easter. You text the number 850-888-5182. You text Journey to that number, and you will get on the list a daily text message. And it's been so enlightening and really cool. And I just like, this is I thank Candace for like being bold about it. And she wasn't like, oh my God, you have to join. No, she was just talking about it. And she was very like, just curious, just like me. And I love that we get to have those conversations. So we're going to continue having those conversations. So you're going to be one of if you're curious and and you had those judgments, like come join us and it will be fun. We're going to make it fun. And so I will talk to you next week and we'll bring not a double episode, but like the both of us will be back. All right. Love you. Bye.